a bit like coffee mixed with chocolate. Let's see what yours tastes like. Vanilla.
So I'm Jo Rodman, and I've recently been recommended for training as a distinctive deacon in the Church of England. A distinctive deacon is somebody who feels called to remain in the ministry of a deacon. The ordinal, as you may know, talks about a deacon going to the forgotten corners of the world to seek out the lost. So it has quite a social justice emphasis, and certainly an emphasis on working outside the four walls of the church. So I started in the discernment process working with Sarah, the director of vocations, and she challenged me quite early on about what was on my heart, what I was passionate about. And I mentioned a small social justice enterprise that I'd heard about through some friends a few weeks before, a couple called Gavin and Sally Murray, who had moved from pastoring a Baptist church in London to Derby to work amongst survivors of people trafficking and modern slavery. And they were doing that by turning their ice cream making hobby into a social enterprise business and providing sympathetic employment and training for survivors of slavery. And when I heard about them, I thought, wow, what an amazing thing to do, probably particularly being from a business background, an entrepreneurial background myself. I thought, what a great way to use your business skills. I would absolutely love to do that, apart from the fact that I love ice cream as well. So Sarah challenged me to then go to visit them and to prayerfully consider that and see what came out of that. So I did that, and I was really enthusiastic. I went with one of the ministers from our church, St George's in Poynton, and we both agreed that this Just Ice concept could really work in our community.
Doing okay then?
Yeah, we're doing okay. Yeah, we're a charity based at St George's Church in Poynton, and we support survivors of modern slavery and people trafficking. So what was it? We're opening an ice cream cafe on Park Lane.
Oh, brilliant. Vanilla, please.
Wow, they're generous ones, aren't they? You're doing all right there. So I became quite driven to kind of set up a Just Ice in Poynton, but I was also in the discernment process towards ordination, thinking I'm being called into the church, and I was praying and thinking for quite a long time, for many months, how am I going to do both of these, set up a new business, a social enterprise, and go into the church? And I was praying, Lord, how can I do all of these things at once? It's two quite big challenges. Which one is it? Surely one of these doors is going to close. And then we had a light bulb moment when Sarah suggested in August last year that actually perhaps the ministry of a pioneer deacon would fulfil all of these, with Just Ice in the centre of Poynton being my pioneer project, and I could then fulfil those things that the ordinal of the deacon talks about, going to the forgotten corners of the world with that social justice element and so on, and actually these two strands could come together into one ministry. And so it was really thrilling to discover that, and that's what I'm already stuck into doing, I guess.